multiple income stream. Number 3. It's called the live workshop model. So the previous one, it starts as a live training, like 10 series of live training. But after that, it's no longer live training. After that, it is purely evergreen system. So you can continue to promote the free series training from your website, from social media, run ads, however you like. This is like a whole different model. This model here is called the free workshop strategy. When we look at the series training model, we focus on the newbie market. The newbie market of a niche. Don't bother doing a non-newbie market, right? Focus on the newbie market. Because it's the newbie market who will attend and want to know these 10 things. This one, the strategy is to focus on one topic for the mainstream niche. One topic. So let's say if you are in basketball niche. Of course, basketball niche is not ideal for this because not many people will attend a workshop about basketball. It doesn't make sense, right? I mean, you have to think about it, right? I want to go play basketball. I'm not going to spend time attending a best basketball seminar, right? It doesn't make sense, right? But you have asked me to watch a video of basketball, I can. So, you have to have some basic understanding of how this works. So, but if it's about health, it's about fitness, it's about relationship, it's about money, it's about business. Now, all of those, you can do this kind of model, right? Even hobby niche. So, you have to choose one topic. Let's say we talk about personal development. It should not be a workshop about how to become motivated. It should not be a workshop about how to achieve success, right? Because then it will not be focusing on this formula where it teaches you to focus on one topic for the mainstream niche market. You choose a mainstream niche market. Personal development, health, fitness, real estate. All of these are one big mainstream niche market. And then you find one topic in that mainstream niche market. So let's take health, for instance. Okay, now, if there's something about health, what would you want to improve for health? Tell me. Okay, delay aging, what else? Sorry? Losing weight, okay. Thank you. What else? Back pain, okay. So as you can see, all of this is very specific for one thing, right? Now, we talk about losing weight, muscle mass, back pain. We talk about delay aging. There's so many of these. But you see, all of this falls under one big category of health. So let's say we have delay aging. So I could target the mainstream market of everyone who are aging, and this topic will be something that they like. Make sense? But I will not be competing with the doctors who are going to teach about generic health. Or let's talk about back pain, for instance, right? What if I have a workshop says 3 ways on how to reduce back pain, 5 ways how to reduce back pain. It's on the niche market. Now, I would also want to know that. I'm in my 40s right now. I can get back pain as well. You see where I'm coming from? But if you do that, when you do that, you're no longer competing with the generic niche of saying how to avoid pain. So once you have decided on that niche market and the topic in it, then you can start to create the workshop. So let's say we do internet marketing. Don't go out there and do a workshop about internet marketing. Don't go out there and do a workshop about how to make money online. Do a workshop about, say, email marketing. Do a workshop about social media for TikTok. Do a workshop for how to sell in Kindle or in Amazon for how to make money online. You see where I'm coming from? Because someone who wants to know how to make money online, this person will be open to Kindle, email marketing, social media, Facebook ads, Amazon, everything else, so long it fits towards the main goal, wanting to make money online. Right, that's how. All right, so when you do the workshop model, like the free workshop, now when I say about the free workshop, the workshop could be as short as 2 hours, or it can be half a day, or it can be full day. It's up to you how much you want to share, right? So don't limit yourself, and don't treat it like a webinar model. It is more like a workshop model, but done on the internet. So if you were to spend the time to do the workshop, you can also sell a higher price program because you are doing it live and you're putting out the time. So don't sell an ebook. Don't sell a book when you do a workshop. You should go for the offer that you want to sell during the workshop. What I'm trying to say is this. Don't sell a $20 product in the workshop. That model is for the free series training. For the workshop, you should sell for a higher price product because you're interacting with them live in person. Right? So the formula to selling this is called TIP. A TIP, T-I-P. There are 3 types of products that you can sell in a workshop. The first one is T. T stands for tool. So when you do a workshop to add value to your customer, you can still deliver content when you're doing a workshop if your offer is a tool. So if your offer is a tool, you will still be delivering the content as what you promise. Here's an example. A tool is like, say, a software. So let's say the tool that I'm going to sell will be an AI writing tool, which means that I would have a software to write for you. Now, how many of you want to have that? A software that can write for you? Raise your hand. A software that writes for you, do for you all your copywriting. Yes, you want that? Right? Okay, great. So now, if I want to sell that tool, I don't need to do a preview, but what I need to do a training. I need to do a training about copywriting. So I can teach about how to write a good sales letter. I can teach how to write a good emails. I can teach everything about copywriting that I want to, right? Even I can teach you about how to write content for a book. If my software, my AI software, can write the book. Now, when it comes to the offer in the workshop, obviously there must be an offer, otherwise how can it be a free workshop? Just like this event will need to be subsidized with offer, but when you're doing the offer, some will buy, some will not buy. Doesn't matter. Just like you do in a workshop, some will buy, some doesn't buy. That's okay. Those who do not buy, you add value to them. Those who buy, then you continue your journey, your relationship with them to the next level. So going back to here, when you have a tool to sell, the strategy here is to teach all the way. Because at the end of that, you're going to provide them the solution and say, hey, whatever I teach you, all these are very, very valuable, obviously. You can either do it yourself, or you can use my AI software to do the copywriting for you. Are you with me right now? So that's the first one, tool. There are only 3 types of high ticket that I will propose you to sell in a workshop. High ticket means it's not selling those $20, $30 products. High ticket is different for everybody, right? But it would say offer between as little as $500 to as high as $5,000. So the next one is called implementation. This is called done for you. So you could do a workshop where you can provide them valuable content and then later on tell them that, hey, I can help you to do it. This is called the implementation. Some of you do that. Like you implement for them their website, the social media campaign, some for fitness. There are other types of implementation. Of course, you can do sit-ups for them,
they still have to do their own sit-ups. So implementation doesn't really work in that model, right? So you got to be logical. Common sense will tell you what can be done and what cannot be done in that sense. So implementation, the done for you, when you're doing the done for you, you have very high success rate. Because most business owners or most individuals will prefer someone to do it for them. However, you have to be very clear what is your offer to them so that they don't have over expectation, right? Because sometimes this can be a two-headed sword in the sense that it turns your customer to become lazy. Like they expect you to do everything for them, right? So the other solution for this, if you're not doing done for you, you can offer done with you. It means you work with them to do the things rather than you do everything for them. That is the other alternate solution if you want to avoid the problem of this whole done for you stuff. In our company, we rarely do done for you. We rarely do that. Because sometimes it's hard. Because the expectation can be kind of crazy, right? It's like they expect magic to happen, right? So you may not want to do that. But of course, you have many sales if you offer a done for you. That it will be I. And the last one will be P. P stands for personalization. So in the workshop, you're teaching what you're supposed to teach. However, they need help to personalize it into their life. Now, a very simple example is this, right? Why do you need coaching? Why do you need to have a mentor? Very simple. You look at seminars, for instance, or events. Why 100 people come to a seminar event, but after that, only 1-2 people achieve success? When everybody learns the same thing and everybody take action as well. 3,000 people go to a Tony Robbins event, the output would just be very small group of people who achieve success, whereas the rest of them did not achieve success. Could it be Tony Robbins' fault? No, if it's Tony Robbins' fault, then there will be zero success story. And this is provided everyone take action. Now, the reason why the math, it is not accurate that why everybody learn the same thing, everybody take the same action, but only some achieve success, is because not everyone can learn the knowledge well. It's just a matter of fact. Let's talk about schools. Why there are people who get grade A, there are people who get grade B, there are people who get grade C, because not all students, not all kids understand the same thing the teacher is talking about. So this is where coaching comes in. This is where personalization comes in. Okay, this is what you have learned. Now, how do you take that into your business? How do you take that into your niche market? How do you take that to fit into your schedule? How do you take that to integrate with your current books? How do you do all of that, right? Because the knowledge is for everybody. But it doesn't mean everybody knows how to use the knowledge. This is where P comes in. Personalization. That's what you offer in the workshop. Personalization can come in as in coaching, consulting, and even mentoring. What's the difference coaching, mentoring, and consulting? Well, in my definition is this. Coaching is basically on what you have learned. I will coach you to help you get the results for that. This is what you're supposed to do. Do it, right? And let me help you to make sure you understand and can implement what this is. Okay? Mentoring will be a bit different. Mentoring will be like, okay, this is your speed. This is your resources. These are all the things that you have. So how do you put all of that together to achieve your success? Mentoring, it's more towards, like for instance, for me, what I get from my mentor, it is not the steps. What I get from my mentor is basically more towards here. How I can do it. It's very different. And that is very, 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 very important. It can even be more important than coaching. Coaching is more towards the how-to. And then consulting will be more towards, okay, this is what you have. I will consult you how to do this from here onwards. That is how it goes. So depending on what you're offering, you could be offering coaching, you could be offering mentoring, or you can be offering consulting. Consulting could be, okay, I go into your organization, I go into your current business, and I'll consult what are things that you can improve on. Okay? So you offer either one of these. That is how you sell in your workshop. Usually when I do mentoring, my clients are already business owners or marketers. Means they would know how to execute. Right? I would go in and say, okay, this is how you should be doing. So like for instance, example, I've helped many of my clients, not just from getting things done, but also from here, like from 1x to 10x. Right? Like for instance, I spent a time with one of my students last month, and he was just sharing with me all his tasks. And after that, at the end of that, I says, are you sure this is the only thing that you do? Because what I see is that you're missing this, and that. This is my goal for the next 3 years. You say all this thing. It says, you cannot do that for 3 years. This is something that I think you will achieve in 3 months. So now he has a new problem, right? But it's a good problem. So that's what mentoring does. But a mentor will know how to say, not from a motivational standpoint, but to understand your mentee, can they execute that or not? Can they, from 3 years, become 3 months? So let's say you're my private client, and I know your business, understand your weakness, your strength, everything, all the resources and so on. And based on my experience, I will be able to tell you that, hey, what you're going to do, you expect to make 1 million in 5 years? With what you have, it could take you 5 months. So you would have saved 4 years. Because your belief is that, okay, this will take so much resources. But no, when a mentor comes in, I'll say, okay, you don't have these resources, you don't have that. This is where you find it. This is who you call. This is my guy that can pull it over for you. You need branding? Okay, look for this person. This person can do this for you and so on. Bam. And then you get things done. Not 5 years anymore. Do you see the difference right now? That's what mentor does. Mentor make things happen for you. Good? Okay. So let's continue, shall we? Yes? Okay, great. So the other thing I want to share with you when it comes to this workshop model or this live event model. Now, how many of you don't want to be a presenter? Like, okay, I want to make money. I want to be a marketer. I want to use this workshop model that Patric shares, but I don't want to be a presenter because I don't want to talk. I don't want to share content, you know. I just want to be the person behind the scene, right? How many of you are that type? Raise your hand. Like, I want to be a marketer. I don't want to be a presenter, right? Whatever Patric is doing, I don't want to do that. Invite others to present for you to make money. That's all you need to do. And I'm going to share you exactly the model that we have used, where you don't have to be the presenter. And all of these are virtual. So you don't have to worry about logistics, getting crew, mic problem. You don't have to worry all of those. All these are virtual. So what we did is the Real Expert Summit. This is a real-life case study. So we did a virtual summit. And I think it's brilliant because instead of having a full team and spending 5 figures to put on an event, the virtual event only needs 3 people at that time, and we don't have logistic costs. And we also have people from other places to attend because it's no longer demographically restricted. People from Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, even those in US, but they just attend half because it's nighttime for them. They couldn't attend completely. But that is the model. So how do you do this? I'm going to share with you strategies.
I want to share with you what? Strategies, right? So you can use Zoom, you can use, there's all kinds of platforms out there today to do a virtual event. But the key thing here, it is not you to do the presenter, but get others to do the presentation. Now, the strategy, the first thing is that you find your niche market. You no longer need to choose one topic for that niche market. It can be various of topics in that niche market, which means that one speaker could talk about email marketing, one talks about social media, one talks about traffic. Overall, contributes to online business. Or if you're in the health niche, one could talk about how to improve fitness. One could talk about how to lose weight and everything else, right? No longer into one topic. But the key thing here is that you must know your angle well. You must be different in order for you to attract the audience. And this falls to the branding aspect. Now, when we do our virtual summit, find a unique angle for your market. Instead of us putting up another virtual summit about internet marketing, online business, in our example, most of our presenters are not stage speakers. So the presenters that comes in to share, they are not the platform speakers or stage speakers that you see all the time. Those polished speakers who come in and know how to present really well, those who are not, I would say, clumsy and so on, they do things, they don't have all this problem, mic audio problem, they don't have those kind of problems, right? Because these are all polished speakers, stage speakers. They go up there, they know how to do all their magic and stuff like that. So we say that, hey, instead of getting stage speakers, which is nothing wrong, they are magnificent, but they have been so-called overexposed. So what we did is that I actually go and look at my students, most of them are my students, who have achieved success. And in fact, some of them have achieved even more success than me in this particular domain of theirs, like e-commerce, branding, and so on. So I go and talk to my students and say, hey, could you help me? And most of them will say yes, because I think that they are very grateful for their achievement and success today. So I invite them to come over and share and to teach. So these are online entrepreneurs and marketers that are unknown. Like nobody really knows about them, right? I mean, some people know about them, but they are not out there promoting themselves. So now we have a very good hook in that sense, a very good angle. Why? Let me tell you why. Because people are jaded with the same thing over and over again. They want something fresh. They want to hear from underground gurus. They don't want the mainstream gurus anymore. And we even tell them that, hey, in our virtual summit, because these are not the platform speakers and so on, most of them have nothing to sell you anyway. They don't have a package. They don't want to sell you any package because they are busy running their own e-commerce business, their own digital marketing business, and so on. They're just doing a favor to their mentor to come and add value. That's about it. Of course, I will have my own programs to be offered at that time. But some of them have something to sell. So what you do, or I would say I do, build relationship with your attendees to enhance your brand. They are your attendees list. When it comes to mailing lists, there's a lot of level of quality. There are those who just opt in, there are those who open your emails, there are those who click your emails, and then of course there are those who paid you, and that will be the highest value of customers. But one level below that is called the attendees list. That those who give you their time to learn. Now, that is the second most valuable ones. Let me say this again. The most valuable ones are those who pay you money, that buy your product. Most valuable. That is your customer list. The second list are those who attend your stuff. Means they give you their time. So what you want to do is you want to build good relationship with your attendees list.
monetize your event with your presenter's offer. So let's say today you are an organizer and you are someone who have influence and you do an event, right? Example, let's say you do an event. Let's say it's an event with 100, 200 people. And then you invite, hey Patrick, would you come and share some value content to my audience? And at the same time, you can also offer your coaching program to my audience. And when you offer your coaching program and anybody takes it up, I would appreciate that you would share some profit with me. As in like commission, split from there, right? Now, what would I say? Well, that's okay. Why? Because it is your audience, and rightfully, you should also earn if you put the audience on the stage. And when that happens, you don't need to do the work, because Patrick is doing the content, the presentation, and Patrick is also doing the sales presentation. And all you do is you spend time to build relationship with your audience, enhance your brand. The monetization comes from your speakers and not from you anymore. And because it's virtual, you can do this for many, many, many times. You just need to polish your skill to know marketing. After the event is over, follow up with your attendees, because sometimes they don't buy live. Sometimes they buy later on. With a powerful follow-up email sequence, and even WhatsApp if you want to, I'm pretty sure that you'll collect an extra 30% sales after the event is over. If it's not 30%, you should get additional 20% from that. And when I say all of this, just so you know, I'm saying this based on experience. I'm not just saying because I'm saying, right? I've been doing this for almost 2 decades. And for live events, maybe for more than a decade. After all, this is Internet to Income X, which is Internet to Income 10. I've been doing this for a while right now, excluding the online versions. So follow-ups is critical for your business. And sometimes people think that because it's internet, you don't need to do follow-ups, right? No, you still want to do the follow-ups. But the magic happens after the live event. So what do I mean by the magic happens after the live event? Because after the live event is over, you have created a system. Everybody says system. System, right? You have created a system after the live event is over. My job, my specialty is to create systems. That's what I do. Right? I create systems, plug the system in, and let the system to generate income. That's what I do. Even if you ask my team members, all I do is I give them SOPs and systems. Right? Just follow this SOP, follow this system, so that you can create more automation. Now, why the magic happens after the live events? And I'm referring to online, I'm not referring to offline. Offline will be a different model. Okay, everybody with me? Okay, because offline has its different characteristic, but this is all online. Because when it's online, whatever that you have done live can be mimicked or duplicated to become an evergreen system. Because it's the same emails, it's the same videos, it's the same pitch, everything is almost the same. This is where the magic happens. Turn it into an evergreen live event, and this is as good as guaranteed income. I kid you not, guaranteed income. If you do your live events and it makes money, it means you have just cracked the code. It means you can just plug and play the same thing over and over again, and you continue to make money. Like when we do our virtual summit, do you know that after our virtual summit is over, we actually replay the same thing for 4 times in a year, and each quarter is a payday. Because if it works in the past, it will work again. And why we only do for 4 times in a year and after that we didn't do anymore? Because the content is no longer up to date. You get what I mean? If the virtual summit happens, say, in this year, I cannot use the same content for next year because it's no longer up to date, you see? Because some of the speaker says, in year 2023, and then if you're using the same thing in year 2024, it looks weird. There are things change. Like, some of you attended Internet to Income 9. What I teach in Internet to Income 9, there are already 2 things that are obsolete that cannot be used right now.
That's how fast the internet goes. One, when it comes to blockchain, if you transfer on Polygon chain, it's no longer free. I know this sounds confusing because you did not attend Internet to Income 9. Right? But if you attend Internet to Income 9, you know what I'm talking about. Second, YouTube targeting no longer works based on what I teach in Internet to Income 9. And now it's Internet to Income 10. You see that the content no longer works anymore. This is also the reason why you need to keep up to date with what I'm teaching. Right? Whatever I teach that time works, and now it doesn't work anymore. So going back to here, you cannot be replaying the same thing that doesn't work anymore. So that's why we stop promoting it. This part here, how do you turn it into an evergreen live event? So you can use the same webinar system, and you just let it replay. You can even use Zoom. If you finish the live event, it's recorded, right? Let's say you do a live event, you use the Zoom. You do that, you finish everything, it is all recorded, right? Now, with that recording, 3 months later on, do you know that you can still use Zoom and add the video to play live? I think that's very, very, very incredible. That technology itself will save you so much work and make you so much money. Which is, I don't have to do all the event again. I just need to play the recordings in Zoom for the new seminar, for the new event. So it becomes evergreen. So it's live, but the content, it is no longer live. It just replays. So if previously, say 100 people attend a virtual event, right? And you say, let's say you make 10,000, just to make things simple. If you have 100 people again, you probably make another 10,000. It's really that simple. So do you start to understand that this is guaranteed income? Yes? Everybody say guaranteed income. All right? Love it, right? But of course, it cannot last too long. Do it 2-3 times, maximum 4 times, and that's about it. And here's a strategy. You convert your past attendees into your affiliates where they can earn multiple streams of income. So if you do the live event, and then you do the evergreen event, and then you're going to do another evergreen event, which means you're going to do the third event. From the first event and the second events, all of the past attendees, you can go back to them and say, hey, you have attended the event. You know how much value we add because this is real content event. This entire 2 days or 1 day event that you throw together. And would you share with others for free, giving them a free summit, a free event, and then we'll pay you money whenever they buy anything. Now, some of them will say yes, because first they have experienced the event and they find out, hey, this is good, this is valuable content, right? Like for instance, some of you have attended Internet to Income 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1 before, right? And you're still here again, right? Which means that, is it fair for me to say, when there's Internet to Income 11, it is okay for you to share with others? Make sense? Because if you attended the second time, you already know that this is good content. People don't share if they do not know whether you're delivering good product or not. Now, what do I mean by multiple streams of income? This is where the magic happens. Because you tell them that, okay, in this multiple speaker event, there are going to be 5 speakers, I'm just making this up, it's not 5, it's 5 speakers who will be selling something. They will have some kind of offer. Now, if you send someone to the event that is free, and then they buy any of this product, the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, or the fifth one, any of the product, you will earn commissions. Now, that increases the likelihood for the affiliate to promote because now they have 5 chances of earning. That's a very good pitch to get affiliates on board. So now you have free traffic. So now you turn your past attendees to become your so-called ambassadors And as you go on, the third event, the fourth event, you will need to advertise less and less and less because now you have organic traffic. And if you follow the strategy I shared with you earlier, that your job is to build relationship with your attendees list, you have plenty of affiliates. Make sense? Right? If you do it that way. And you don't focus on monetizing by yourself because now you are focused on monetizing from the speakers. And if you want to make money from your free event, the best way is to have an immediate upsell to tell them, hey, you can get 90 days of replay available. So what does this mean? The event is free. The event is going to be happening on the 2nd and 3rd of January. It's a live event. From what time to what time? Or if it's a one-day event, it's going to be happening on the 4th of January from what time to what time. But here's the thing. Maybe you cannot make it on that time or on that day. You can pay just $37 or $27 and you can access the entire event for the next 90 days after 4th of January. So it's called a 90 days replay. And again, you will have people who will buy this. I can almost guarantee to you. I know it sounds strange. Why would someone pay something where they can get it for free? People pay for convenience, right? I'm not too sure about you, but I don't mind to pay higher for the same product if it gives me convenience. I think many of you have done that all the time, right? It's not about the price. In fact, it has never been about the price. And if you are dealing in a business and you are getting customers who are concerned about getting the lowest price, you are in the wrong business. Let me say this again. If you are in a business where your customers, you're winning it because they are always choosing the lowest price, you are in the wrong business. It means that you're not focusing on value, you're focusing on price. Now, I'm not saying that you should charge super high, but I'm just saying that you doesn't have to be the lowest in the market. It's like if someone comes to me and asks for a discount. Now, I'm not referring to anybody specific. Don't get me wrong. Like, for instance, some ask for that. That's totally okay because it's a long-time customer of mine. But like say a new person who comes to me and says, hey, can you give me a discount, things like that. No, I would humbly say that no. It's not because of that, because you don't understand what is going on. You don't understand the value that you're getting. It means you do not see the value that I can provide to you, and you're discounting it. Because when I offer a price, it has a trust that you have to trust that I'm giving you the fairest deal possible to make this relationship work between us, right? If it's not, which means that there could be other provider that could probably give you a lower price, but I'm not in that market, right? This is just a concept I want to share with you so that when you build your business, it's the same concept for that nature. Understand? So people pay for convenience all the time. Sometimes people pay for premium. Why would Mr. Kang pay extra money to sit here? He can sit at the second row, third row, doesn't matter. Why would he pay for that? Well, it's the same thing. Do you see where I'm coming from? And I'm sure that many of you would also sign up for the VIP if there are still seats available, yes? You see where I'm coming from? But of course, there's none. It's all sold out. And when I say it's gone, it's gone. So this is how I work. The deal, if this is the deal, if you didn't get it, you can't get it anymore. So when you have this 90 days of replay available, you start to earn some sales. And the coolest part is, if you want to incentivize your affiliates, you can even give commissions to your affiliates for these replay sales. So now, extra advantage for them to go out there to share for you. It's up to you how you're going to arrange this. We would even go to the extreme of giving most of the money. If we have an instant upsell, in the past, we give 100%. Like, whatever sales comes in, you get to keep it. Internet to income 9, we offer 100% affiliate commissions. We don't even make money for that matter. So far, so good? Okay, instant monetization.